This moment matters for all of us. I'm running to be leader of the Liberal Party and our next Prime Minister.
You can't be on the property at this time.
Okay, including a public sidewalk?
Yes.
Record debt, soaring deficits, record number of Canadians using food banks, record homelessness.
Yeah, I have no problem with that.
What is the benchmark for us being better off then?
Oh, you're Rebel News. I don't talk to you.
Oh, is that right? Why not? We're just asking about Chrystia Freeland's greatest accomplishment.
Taking down Justin.
You support the interference from China in our elections?
So maybe we talk to later. I need to go inside
okay,
on time.
David Menzies for Rebel News here in Toronto. And folks, I'm standing outside the BGC St. Albans Club because this is going to be, in a few minutes, the official launch of the Chrystia Freeland campaign for leader of the Liberal Party of Canada. Now, what is so fascinating, I think, about Freeland is that she's positioning herself as an agent of change. But let's be honest, there is more baggage in Freeland's portfolio than exists at the luggage sorting terminal at Pearson International Airport. Let's run down the dubious record, shall we? How about record debt and soaring deficits? Not good to have on one's resume, I should think, if you are the finance minister as well. Record number of Canadians using food banks, a record number of Canadians who are now homeless, irresponsible immigration. How about Chrystia Freeland being a big booster of the carbon tax? That is a source of a lot of economic hardship for Canadians, although surprisingly, she's dialing her support back, sort of. What else is there? Oh, how could we ever forget the way she and her government vilified and demonized the Freedom Convoy participants, and she was directly responsible for freezing the bank accounts of law-abiding Canadians. I wonder if she's still proud about that. When she made the announcement, she could barely contain her enthusiasm. And, I'd like to ask Chrystia Freeland, too, about her Nazi past. As much as the Liberals like to tar and paint their opponents as being Nazis, well, it's Chrystia Freeland's grandfather who was a Nazi collaborator. It was Chrystia Freeland who 2 years ago welcomed into the House of Commons a Waffen-SS Nazi. Yeah, a legitimate bona fide Nazi, and a very bad one at that. But I guess getting back to the economic hardship, Chrystia Freeland has a solution. Cancel your Disney Plus subscription.
Let's cut that Disney Plus subscription. So we cut it. It's only $13.99 a month that we're saving, but every little bit helps. And I think every mother in Canada is doing that right now. I am a very privileged person, for sure.
And I'm betting she didn't cancel her Disney Plus subscription, even though she claimed that she did. So here we are, hoping to get into the announcement. I know Chrystia Freeland doesn't like prickly questions from members of the independent press. I speak of January of 2024, when I tried to scrum her about the reasons why the IRGC had not been deemed a terrorist organization yet. I think you all know what happened.
Ms. Freeland, how come the IRGC is not a terrorist group? Why is your government supporting Islamo-Nazis? What? Excuse me. What are you doing?
You're under arrest for assault. Why are you pushing me? You're under arrest for assault.
Who are you?
You're under arrest for assault.
Police, you're under arrest for assault. How am I under arrest? You bumped into me.
And you know what's so perverse about that, folks? That shutting down of the free press, the assault I endured, the false police charges. It's that Freeland herself used to be a journalist. Oh boy. Well, so much for her prior bona fides, eh? So we're going to go in and attempt to cover the meeting. I see all manner of mainstream media here. I am sure they'll be welcomed in with open arms. I don't think that's going to be the case with us. And if we don't get in, we'll fall back on streeters. And the key question is, Freeland being elected in 2013 in a by-election, what has been her greatest accomplishment in more than a decade being in office? And really, are Canadians better off today than they were a decade ago? Let's see what the party faithful have to say.
We're unfortunately only letting registered folks in right now.
Why is that?
Just based on the system that we have. If you guys could just maybe wait here, we'll see what we can do.
Oh, okay then. Appreciate it. Well, folks, there's some kind of a snafu. The gentleman over there said Rebel News is bad, so didn't explain why. But this nice lady is going to try to figure out a way to get us in. Well, folks, I think what I just witnessed, if my hearing is correct, a CBC reporter just was allowed in, welcomed with open arms by that nice lady who has to do some kind of, screening process for little old me. Gee, why would the CBC be welcome to this party? And I'm treated like the proverbial skunk to the garden party. I wonder why. Pardon me?
I can ask you to leave. It's only for people who've registered.
Oh, I'm dealing with a colleague of yours who's checking if I can get in. Who are you, by the way? Were you able to confirm things?
Unfortunately, we're only taking people who registered in advance. I'm so sorry about that.
Okay.
But
Why is that, by the way? Because
for space and
Space?
Just to know, you know.
Just me. I can squeeze
Yeah,
in.
sorry. We're gonna have to ask you to just not go in the room for the announcement, just based on registration. But we might have you step out just so we can make sure we can clear the hallways, if that's okay.
Oh, I can't even be in the building then.
We're just right now. It's pretty tight on space in there. So just for.
I mean, not to go into the auditorium, but just to stay in the hallway. Is that okay, or?
I'll get back to you. For now, it's fine. I know it's cold out there, but we'll let you know.
You're part of the media. I see your credentials.
Yeah, I'm the publisher of the Canadian National News and the European Club of Canada.
Oh, okay. How did you get in, sir? Because we're not being allowed in. But you are. I saw the CBC is.
I know about you, and I'm working for myself. So.
Yes. Maybe as we're waiting to see if we're allowed to stay in the hallway or not, maybe we can just ask people really what Chrystia Freeland's greatest accomplishment has been after more than a decade in office. Hey, sir, what would you say Chrystia Freeland's greatest accomplishment has been in more than a decade in office?
No, thank you.
Sorry, you couldn't hear that?
No, thank you.
Oh, no, thank you? Hey, ma'am, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Oh, Chantal Hebert. You're allowed in. You're CBC, right?
No?
I think I just saw Chantal Hebert. You know who she is, don't you, folks? Here, check out this clip of Chantal in action.
When your deputy leader, your predecessor, and your finance critic do not wait for your cue to fan fires that will be burning your own party, you have lost all moral authority, and that is the only comment I can make on Aaron O'Toole at this point.
Your tax dollars hard at work. Hey there, sir. What would you say Chrystia Freeland's greatest accomplishment is?
Free trade agreement.
Oh, the free trade agreement? Okay, then. Are you worried about any changes to that with the Donald Trump administration?
Yeah, we're not worried, but we'll see what tomorrow brings.
Well, she's massively intelligent and very articulate, and I would say demonstrated an approach to leadership which I support and think is inclusive of what Canadians want.
What is Chrystia Freeland's greatest accomplishment?
I'm not talking right now.
You're not talking right here.
No.
Do you want to go somewhere else to talk?
Oh, no, later.
Oh, later. Story of my life.
Her relationship with Trump, she stands up to him.
How about yourself, sir? You're wearing a Freeland badge. I guess you're a supporter then.
I absolutely am.
Okay. Can you answer that question? What has been her greatest?
Sir.
Not to me.
Well, obviously the agreement with President Trump, and President Trump is afraid of her, by the way.
Oh, do you think so?
Absolutely. I've heard that from good source, and I mean, he should be.
What would make Donald Trump afraid of Chrystia Freeland?
Because she actually beat him on a deal.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, he doesn't like her. He said so. He said, I don't like that woman, Well, that's great because he beat her.
In terms of making a deal,
She
sir,
beat
don't
him.
you want somebody the president would like?
Well, no, but he's a fighter and she's a fighter, and I think it's great.
Well, I think she's done a great job in working on the free trade agreement with the United States. She really led that.
I have no idea. I just support.
You have no idea.
Yeah, I support her.
But how can you be a supporter if you have no idea about it?
Yeah, going. Okay.
Oh, we're not in communist China, sir. He's free to speak.
Oh, winning the Lionel Gelber Prize, winning the National Book Award, being a terrific finance minister, being a terrific deputy prime minister.
Oh, I think we're so lucky to have somebody with the depth of her experience, her knowledge, her commitment to this country. I would be thrilled if she would win, and I support her 100%.
I think being a partner to our prime minister over the last few years.
So actually, my English is not very well, but everything I think we support. Yeah.
For what reason?
So because we work on the charity, so yeah, we help each other. So I think in the difficult time we should be support each other.
NAFTA? Okay then.
I think when she stood up to the Walloon in the EU trade negotiations, I thought she just totally rocked that. Thank you.
All right then.
Taking down Justin.
There you go. A little infighting there. Greatest accomplishment, taking down Justin Trudeau.
Oh, you're Rebel News. I don't talk to you.
Oh, is that right? Why not? We're just asking about Chrystia Freeland's greatest accomplishment. The police.
Did you guys want to pop in for a moment? Sure. Yeah.
Now, you guys didn't call the police on us, did you? Do you think most Canadians are better off today than they were a decade ago?
I believe so. I think we're a pretty good standard of living considering what resources we have. Really,
even with a record debt, soaring deficits, record number of Canadians using food banks, record homelessness.
Yeah, I have no problem with that.
What is the benchmark for us being better off then?
Just to have we're alive.
Okay, you're not with the pharmaceutical industry, are you? The deficit, the debt, the record number of Canadians who are homeless, who are using food banks now. I mean, does she own any of that?
Well, probably the whole government owns some of that, but that's also happening around the world.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay then. Well, doesn't some of the blame go to Chrystia Freeland for that? She was the finance minister.
No, I think it's a lot of the world has had a very rough time, and we've fought as best we could to help people. So,
do you think Canadians are better off today than they are 10 years ago, ma'am?
I do.
Oh, okay. Even with record homelessness, record number of people using food banks?
In many ways, yes.
Oh, in which way? Surely not financially.
Democracy.
Democracy?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a free country. Everybody wants to be here.
Oh, how come I can't come in and cover the presser?
A lot of people want to be here.
It's a free country, but apparently some people are more free than others. So the free in Freeland does not come as advertised, as I said earlier, folks.
I mean, there are arguments to be made, but right now with Trump coming into office, she's the person with experience and who's tough enough to deal with the U.S. administration, I believe.
What's your viewpoint on Chinese interference in our elections?
That is very difficult to say in a simple word. So.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah. So I think everything we just support. Yeah.
Okay, then. You support the interference from China in our elections?
So maybe we talk to later. I need to go inside
then.
on time.
Rebel News, no thanks.
Oh, okay. What if I was another news agency? Yes. Now, as you can see behind me, folks, we have 1, 2, 3 police officers. I know there's more because I've counted more. So hopefully we're not going to have any shenanigans that way. Oh, I don't have one. Do you want to come check it out? An ad hominem attack, folks. She said, nice hat covering my bald spot. I don't have a bald spot. And another thing, aren't the Liberals against body shaming? Aren't you not supposed to, pick out the flaws of people? Do you still support Justin Trudeau?
I think he did some good things.
Such as? And legalization of marijuana doesn't count.
Oh, come on.
Give me one and I'll go away.
I'm going to go in.
And are you still going to support Freeland and the Liberal Party in the next election?
Yes, definitely.
Okay then. And what is your assessment of Justin Trudeau's record the last 10 years?
He's done the best he can with what he was given.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
What about all the scandals?
I don't pay attention to it, but
Oh, you don't pay attention to it?
not to that.
Okay then.
But anyway, he's done well for my record.
Are you still going to vote Liberal in the next election?
Definitely.
This community center and this hockey rink, these are taxpayer-funded facilities. This is a sidewalk, right?
It's rented out for a specific event.
Oh, no, I'm not going inside, sir.
I'm not going to go into the details with you right now, but obviously because of what it is, there are specific...
If I don't know the details, how can I abide?
It's just simply me asking you to just please respect the fact that you can't be on the property at this time.
Okay, including a public sidewalk?
Yes, thank you, sir.
Okay, so now in Justin Trudeau's Canada, a public sidewalk, it's not a place where...
Respectfully, I'm not going to engage in a dialogue with you.
Okay.
But like I said, if you could just please respect that.
I'm not going in the building, officer.
I understand. It's the building. This is the driveway to the building.
Well, there you have it, folks. As we predicted, Freeland was snuck in through the back door. And this, as far as I can tell, is a sidewalk, a driveway. I used to play hockey in that hockey rink. You can see there are people, I presume hockey players, they've got their cars parked there. This is a public park. These are both taxpayer-funded facilities, but the Gestapo, yet again, laying down the law. And do you know what's really amazing, folks? Right now, as I speak, it's just after 12:30, if these police officers would just go a little north to Bathurst and Shepherd, there would be the pro-Hamas crowd chanting genocide, breaking Section 319 of the Criminal Code of Canada. But nothing to see here, folks. Move along. Shameful. In one respect, par for the course, it really is a shame we couldn't get inside, because when Freeland did show up, well, all hell broke loose. You see, there were people there who were admitted under false pretenses. They weren't Freeland supporters. They were the Antifa crowd and the river to the sea type. Here, check out the chaos that erupted inside the building.
That they won't kill us! You stood by complicit! You stood by complicit! We charge you with genocide! You were murdered!
So there you go, the brilliant Chrystia Freeland. She completely outsmarted herself yet again. She had all the police on the outside looking for non-desirable media people, the independent press, the journalists who are not MSM-controlled, Justin Trudeau-funded, trained SEALs. And meanwhile, what happened is people covertly went in that despise Freeland and the Liberal Party of Canada. And you know what? You got me as to the rationale why. This government has turned a blind eye to anti-Semitism on the streets for a year and a half now, and is bending the knee to the Islamists, is issuing visas, thousands of visas for Gazas. I put that under throwing gasoline on the fire. So I don't know what these pro-Hamas people want to begin with. But like I said, the Freeland campaign is off to a very dubious start, and we're going to keep watching out for her. We know that this former journalist has nothing but darkness in her heart when it comes to the independent press. Does that mean we're going to go away? No, we are going to continue to follow Fraulein Freeland in the weeks and months ahead. For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Hey folks, speaking of Justin Trudeau's mainstream media trained SEALs, unlike them, we do not receive a nickel's worth of funding from the Justin Trudeau Liberals, nor would we accept it if offered. But we need your help. Can you kindly go to rebelfieldreports.com. That's rebelfieldreports.com. And if you're able to, kindly chip in $1 or $3 so we can continue to bring you the other side of the story.